What would you do if you received a message that said, "Don't turn around"? Sounds like a prank, right? That's exactly what Emily thought. She chuckled, dismissing it as just another joke from her friends. But then, her phone buzzed again. I'm already inside. Her heart dropped. She felt a chill run down her spine. Was this a sick joke or something more sinister? She glanced around her room. The shadows seemed to stretch and twist. Suddenly she heard it, a slow, deliberate breath behind her. Panic surged through her. Who was there? Was it just her imagination, or was someone really in her space? In that moment, every horror movie she'd ever seen flashed through her mind. She had to decide, face whatever was behind her or make a run for it. What would you do? Comment below with your choice. And remember, sometimes the scariest things are the ones we can't see. Have you ever wondered what happens when the lights go out? Picture this. A little girl leaves her favorite doll on a chair, tucking herself into bed, blissfully unaware of the night ahead. Fast forward to 3 a.m. The mother stirs awake, feeling an unsettling chill in the air. She glances around, and there it is. The doll, now sitting at the foot of her bed, its glassy eyes locked onto hers. Heart racing, she questions her sanity. How did it get there? Was it just her imagination? Or is something more sinister at play? As she reaches for her phone, the doll's mouth seems to twitch, almost as if it's about to speak. What would you do in that moment? Share your thoughts below. And remember, sometimes the things we leave behind can come back to haunt us. What if your reflection had a mind of its own? Lisa stands in front of the mirror, toothbrush in hand, lost in thought. But wait. Her reflection smiles back at her. A grin that doesn't match her own. Confusion washes over her. She pauses, staring deeper. The reflection raises a hand, a friendly wave that sends chills down her spine. Lisa blinks, thinking it's just her imagination. But no, the reflection steps closer, breaking the barrier of glass. Heart racing, she watches as it emerges, a perfect copy yet so different. It looks at her with eyes full of mischief, as if it knows secrets she doesn't. Lisa feels a mix of fear and curiosity. What does it want? Is it here to help or to haunt? As the reflection takes another step, she realizes this isn't just a mirror. It's a doorway to the parts of herself she's been avoiding. What would you do if your reflection came to life? Comment below, and let's talk about it. It's midnight, and the silence is deafening. Suddenly John's phone lights up. Caller ID? His own number. Confused, he answers, "Hello?" A chilling voice whispers, "Don't open the door." Panic surges through him. Who is this? Why is he being warned? Just as he processes the fear, a loud knock echoes through the house. Knock, knock, knock. His heart races. He glances at the door, then back at the phone. The voice continues. They're already inside. John's breath quickens. He feels the walls closing in. What does this mean? He must decide. Do he trust the voice or confront the unknown? The knocking grows louder, more insistent. What would you do in his place? Comment below with your thoughts. And remember, sometimes the scariest things are the ones we can't see. Have you ever felt like someone was watching you? Mark did, and it changed everything. Driving home late at night, the streets were empty, the silence deafening. Suddenly he catches a glimpse in the rearview mirror, a woman, smiling, sitting in the back seat. His heart races. He slams the brakes, spins around, and the seat is empty. Just his imagination, right? But when he looks back in the mirror, she's closer, her smile wider, her eyes piercing through the darkness. Panic sets in. Who is she? Why is she there? Mark's mind races with questions, but the only answer is the chilling realization that he's not alone. He floors the gas, desperate to escape, but the road ahead feels endless. What would you do in his shoes? Would you confront the unknown or run from it? Share your thoughts below. And remember, sometimes the scariest things are the ones we can't explain.
Hey there. Ever been in an elevator, just you and your own thoughts, when suddenly you hear someone whisper your name? Sounds eerie, right? Let's break down what could be happening, because it's more common than you think. Firstly, Our minds can play tricks on us in confined spaces. When we're alone, our senses heighten. It's natural to start feeling like we're being watched or listened to. This psychological phenomenon is called auditory pareidolia, where the brain interprets random sounds as familiar ones. Secondly, elevators can amplify sound. You might just hear the hum of the machinery or the faintest echo of footsteps, which could easily sound like someone whispering. And let's not forget the psychological aspect. We tend to personify our surroundings, especially in isolated environments, making our imagination conjure voices or presences. So if you find yourself alone in an elevator and hear your name, remember, it could be just your mind at play. Stay calm, take a deep breath, and reassure yourself. It's just a momentary illusion. Have you ever had a moment that made your blood run cold? Imagine this. It's midnight, the world outside is silent, and your phone suddenly rings. You glance at the screen. Your heart skips a beat. It's your own number calling. You hesitate, uncertainty creeping in. Should you answer? What could this mean? Maybe it's just a glitch. But deep down, you know your instinct is whispering something darker. You pick up the phone. A chill runs down your spine. A voice echoes back, hollow and distorted. Hello? There's no reply, just static and a faint, ominous laugh that sends shivers down your neck. Your mind races, panic setting in. You try to end the call, but the screen freezes. The only sound now is your own heartbeat thumping loudly in your ears. In this moment, you realize some lines should never be crossed, and some calls are meant to remain unanswered. So if you hear your own voice, remember this. Sometimes, the darkest fears come from within. Stay safe out there.
12:00 ng gabi, nagring ang cellphone ko. Nagulat ako nang marinig ang boses ko mula sa kabilang linya. Pero iba, mas malamig, mas nakakatakot. Tumakbo ka, paparating na siya. Ang puso ko'y bumilis. Napalingon ako sa sulok ng kwarto at doon siya, ako, nakatayo sa dilim. Ang mga mata niya puno ng galit at takot. Parang may ibang nilalang sa aking katawan. Ano ang nangyayari? Bakit ako nandyan? Kailangan kong umalis. Pero parang may humahatak sa akin pabalik. Tumakbo ako. Pero sa bawat hakbang, nararamdaman kong may sumusunod sa akin. Anong dapat kong gawin?
I stepped into the empty hospital room, the silence almost suffocating. No patients, no beds, just me and the eerie sound of a heart monitor ticking away. As I approached, I noticed a handprint on the pillow, a chilling reminder that someone had been here. My heart raced when the monitor suddenly flickered to life, displaying a single, desperate message. Help me. Who was in this room? What happened here? I felt a shiver run down my spine. I had to find out. Time was running out, and I couldn't ignore the call for help.